up on Look Today. Business and technology leaders work to make Saratoga Springs a quote-unquote smart city. I've got details. And temperatures are rapidly increasing as each year marks a new record for the hottest weather. We got more on that coming up. And VetCon is happening next week to help veterans transition back to civilian life. I've got details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone and happy Friday. I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Ted Wilson. He's a senior court attorney. He's here to talk about his unique insight into families and his candidacy for the Warren County Family Court Judge. I also sit down with Mario Cometti. He's a planner for VetCon. He's here to talk about the importance of helping military veterans transition back to civilian life, as well as the VetCon event that's happening next Monday and Tuesday. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, a team of business leaders and technology companies are working together to create the quote-unquote smart city vision for Saratoga Springs. Now, Commissioner of Finance Michelle Madigan is spearheading the project in collaboration with NISTEC, a local not-for-profit technology advisory group. The overall aim of the project is to increase bandwidth within the city and make internet access more ubiquitous. We spoke with Michelle about the plan.
I came across the city of Chattanooga, Tennessee. They're one of the first cities to become a gig city. They've entirely wired their city. They're called The Gig City. I think they have a trademark on it. Their library was very, very involved. They created maker spaces within their library environment. They've got a lot of technology companies relocating to Chattanooga. I thought it was time for the city of Saratoga Springs to have a plan going forward. There's a lot of funding opportunities out there right now. They're coming from the state government, they're coming from the federal government, and I wanted us to have a plan so we could be prepared to go after those funding opportunities.
Great initiative to be proactive about, wouldn't you say? All right, in other news, you know, officials have called 2016 the hottest year ever. Recorded, that is. According to scientific data, the average temperature for the year is increasing significantly. Now, 2015 was previously recorded as the hottest year. Well, scientists are pointing towards the seriousness of the planet warming. They've cited that the leading cause of this is CO2 emissions from burning primarily fossil fuels. Another major cause is methane emissions. That comes from agriculture. Scientists note that although it is normal for the average temperatures to fluctuate, there is certainly an ongoing trend of temperatures rapidly increasing. This has come up in various conversations we've had here at Look Media with politicians who are running for office as well as from civilians. So we're going to talk to various officials in the field in the coming weeks to give you more insights about this controversy. Switching from news to weather, so to speak, today saw a surge in hot temperatures, with temperatures increasing into the mid-70s. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first weekend forecast. Back to the news. Well, the transition back to civilian life for a military veteran can be a difficult process. Now, there are various programs that help veterans, but the need for more help is still prevalent. Now, whether it is homelessness, curing addiction, PTSD, or giving them the opportunity to work, there are countless issues that need to be addressed. Well, there's an organization forum called VetCon, and it's happening next week on Monday and Tuesday at the Desmond Inn. Now, this conference will help transition vets back to civilian life in a number of critical areas. We spoke to one of the planners of the event, Mario Cometti.
We need to help and support our veterans. I think that right now in our society, especially in America, I think it resounds and it is well understood that veterans are the essential, the service of our people in the military is a fundamental aspect of our freedoms. And by giving them a helping hand and empowering them, we're not only helping the veterans, but we're helping the communities in which they come to after they leave the service.
Now, you know that veterans issues are a priority here at Look Media. So I also sit down with Mario later on in the program to talk about this subject in more detail. Up next, I sit down with Ted Wilson. He's a senior court attorney. He's here to talk about his unique insight into families and his candidacy for the Warren County Family Court Judge. Very important position. But first, you see news happening. You want to share a story idea? How about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Friday, so I want to thank Jesselyn and Andrew and Drew, Jack and Joel, and Norm for making this program possible each week. And what a week it's been. We have done so many interesting programs this week. Stay tuned this weekend or go to our website. You're going to find special editions of Beyond the Headlines with Senator Betty Little and Steve Rusbacki, another special edition of Beyond the Headlines with Assemblyman Dan Steck and Robin Barkenhagen of the Green Party. We've got that wonderful congressional debate that we taped earlier this week with Mike Derrick, Elise Stefanik, and Matt Funicello, as well as interviews that I've done with Carrie Werner, Ted Wilson, Sean Francis. It's just a lot of programming that's at the heart of what we like to do, which is to give you information about the issues that we think are important to you and your families. I think that's it. We're exhausted. We've got play-by-play tonight, so we're not done with today. You can tune in Sunday to see the premiere of that. It's a playoff game. We're shooting over in Schuylerville tonight, and then we're going to hit it again Monday morning for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.